So different things that affect the climate of an area. So here's a map that we used when we were doing earthquakes. So we'll refer to some of these towns and some other places along the way. First one is latitude. So as latitude increases, that means as you get closer to the North Pole, because the North Pole is 90 and the equator is 0. So as that number goes up, as you go further north or south in the southern hemisphere, temperatures are going to vary more. So you can see Charlotte is down south, and then right here, that is Rome. And so you can see, obviously, Rome's cooler, but that line is steeper, so Rome is getting more variability. And if we added a third location onto this map that was further north, like Alaska, that steepness would change even more. So the steeper with a higher latitude, more variability in seasonal temperatures. Oceans. Oceans hold a lot of heat. So when we're looking at two places like Boston and Rome, you can see that Boston is warmer in the summer and it gets cooler. I just flipped that. It's warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Now, Boston's also a big city, so it gets warm up there a little bit. But basically, if you're near a large body of water, instead of your temperature graph doing this for the year, it's going to flatten a bit. It gets more moderate. It takes a long time to heat up and cool down water. So places on the coast are going to have slower changes of temperature. In the mountains, Charlotte's not in the mountains. Telluride is, and you can see that Telluride temperatures are just much cooler. They're very similar latitudes. High up in the mountains, there's snow. So with elevation, temperature goes down. Ocean currents. So Myrtle Beach and San Francisco are very similar latitudes, and you can see a huge difference in the seasonal temperatures. So what happens with this one, if we look at this reference table, San Francisco's over here. The California current is a cool current. There's cool water coming from up north down along the coast of California. It actually cools off the whole coast. Temperatures in California are cooler than temperatures on the corresponding latitude of the East Coast. So the East Coast has this Gulf Stream. It's warm water coming up from the equator, and it warms up the area. So if you look at a place on the East Coast versus the West Coast, like this graph, you can see that California, San Francisco's temperature, much, much more moderate because of that cool water coming down. It just cools everything off throughout the year. So that's just a quick run through on the different variables that affect climate.